This is Chapel Hill, North Carolina, a place known for Tar Heel pride and the strongest rivalry in college basketball. But this past spring, it became the battleground for the ultimate test of strategy, social prowess, and endurance.
I want to pit people against each other. I want other people out of the game first.
20 students, all from different majors, backgrounds, and corners of campus. From first years to seniors, biology to business, computer science to the arts. They agreed to take on a challenge unlike anything UNC has seen.
I'm focused on Survivor. I'm in it for whatever the prize money is and the fame and, the riches.
Let's go, come on.
For 70 days during the spring 2025 semester, they went head-to-head in a battle of wits and willpower, balancing classes, exams, jobs, and friendships, all while lying, plotting, and blindsiding their way to the top.
Everyone has a different story to tell.
He's been throwing it at me.
In the end, only one will outwit, outplay, and outlast the rest to become the sole survivor of Survivor Carolina.
At the end of the day, this is a game. I will make friends, but at the end of the day, we just met each other, so I'm ready to do what I need to win.
Welcome everybody to Survivor Carolina Season 2. And over here we have Kalo. There's Gabe, Lalith, Simran, Kelly, Anna, Lucas, Graham, Ava, and Kemi. And over here is Yava, which is Nick, Diamond, Mia, Saya, Zinzi, James, Mansell, Eva, Nathan, and Eli. Unfortunately, Marcus, a member of Kalo, is in New Jersey because he's got a family emergency, which means you guys are gonna have to sit out someone from your tribe. It can be anybody, it doesn't matter. But welcome to your first competition. Whoever loses is obviously gonna go to tribal council. Before I explain that, I'd like to say there are 2 hidden immunity idols on campus, and it's not in the stadium. I just wanna make that clear because somebody tried to search the stadium last time. All right, let's get into the challenge. There's gonna be 2 ropes on both sides. Each rope has 3 different sections for 3 different people. You guys need to unbraid the braided rope. so that it ends up in 3 straight lines of rope. Once that's done, 4 players will do literally cup pong. They're going to go stand by the table and shoot each ping pong in until all 4 are in. Each person has to get 1 ping pong ball in each cup. After that's done, the remaining 2 players will solve a 10-piece plank puzzle. Each of the 10 pieces are lined up on the yard lines over there. You guys just pick them up, solve them, and scream when you think you're ready to go. Yava, I'm gonna give you guys like a few minutes to figure out who you want to sit out of this challenge. And then you guys can obviously strategize about how you want to split this up and whatever, and then we'll come back. When you guys are done,
Who's good at beer pong? No, I think who's good at beer pong?
You got, that's all you.
I'll take one.
Okay, we need 3 cup pongs, right? 4. Okay. Anyone else in a frat or anything? Like,
Not in a frat.
no.
I'd be fine with doing it.
Really bad.
Yeah, I'm cool doing it.
All right, guys, put your frat skills to use. Rush, Kalo. Right. All right.
I don't really care.
So 3.
For the guys.
Is anybody doing what?
Puzzle.
Puzzle.
Yeah. Boys doing the classic. Okay. And then we're braiding.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Kalo!
All right, Yava, who are you guys sitting out? It's Diamond. All right, well, let's get it on. All right, for immunity, the first immunity challenge this season. Rope people, pick up your ropes. All right, get ready, go.
Let's go, Kalo. You got it.
Wait.
I need to go through here.
Kalo is freaking out. What is going on?
Okay, you gotta go under.
Yava making quick work of this. Move it. Yava almost done with their rope.
Deep breath. And you go under again.
Go! Yes! Get out the ping pong ball. Kalo still way behind on the rope. You gotta speed it up if you're gonna win.
And then you open it. There we go, we got it.
Almost done with their rope. Could it be enough?
And then you're gonna go.
They can't throw.
You have to go under, and then you're gonna go over again.
Kalo's struggling to land one in.
And then, all right, we're done.
Kalo's done. Pong people, go.
You guys got it.
Line.
Yeah. This is your moment to shine.
Boom! Lawless lands one in.
Let's go. Come on. Deep breath and make your shot. You got it.
Yava still with no cups.
We got one.
We have one.
Who got one?
We got one.
Who did?
All right, throw them one at a time.
Once you get one, you can't shoot anymore. By the way.
Oh, that's good.
It's okay, guys. Come on. Deep breath.
Pong taking a long time. Lucas scores. Mansell scores. Gabe scores. It's just Graham for Kalo. All
right, Planks, you got it. You got it. You're so far behind. Yeah. Semi-circle. All right, let them focus. No pressure, but they can't throw. There's more pong balls on the field right now than in cups. You got it.
Almost.
Yeah! You got it.
Bring us home, Nick. Come on.
Nick, go to the center.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, come on.
Got it.
Okay, yeah.
Check.
All right.
Kalo!
Kalo!
Let's go!
Yava has to go to the first tribal council this week.
Good work.
I made it literally as they finished. As they said, Yava won, and boom, right in.
Kalo, you guys win immunity. Who's taking it? Alright, which means Yava will be seeing you guys at Tribal Council, where one of you is gonna unfortunately be the first person voted out of Survivor Carolina Season 2. Alright, we're all done. That's it.
Doing arms? Are we stamping up?
Alright, just finished up the first immunity challenge. So much fun. We were over at Kenan, and I got good vibes from everybody.
Our immunity. Yeah. It's our immunity idol.
Are we supposed to be like excited?
We won the immunity challenge by hair. Got me a little bit worried on those ropes, but we pulled through on the puzzle and on the pong, so I feel pretty good about our challenge strategies. Got to talking with everybody. Everybody seems really cool. There's a cowboy, he's sick. So other than that, really good vibes. I'm excited.
I had a great time. I think we all like instantly hit it off. Like as soon as we got there, it was good vibes, you know. I am excited to see where this is gonna go.
The challenge was like good for us, but I think we started off a little rough and I felt kind of bad about that.
We won, no thanks to me, because unbraiding the rope was shit. We did not do well on that, but you know what, it's fine. Everyone else covered it well, and like, we came back.
Getting out there, I think we started off pretty strong. We had a little team huddle. There was a lot of high morale.
They were very extroverted. I'm usually introverted. They were like loud and like, oh, what's your name? Like, what's going on? And all that, which was nice. But sometimes they're a little bit like too extroverted. I like the guys, they're chill. We're from the same hometown, some of us. So it's nice.
Actually, I have more like connections with the guys than I expected that I would have, like mutual connections. I'm pretty sure Lilith knows some of my like elementary school friends. Lucas is in K-Sig, and the frat president is like a mutual friend of mine as well. And then Gabe and I have a class together, which I didn't even know.
I wasn't expecting him to show up in the cowboy boots and the hat.
Gabe, you know, he came in as a character, and that is an impressive thing to just show up as full cowboy outfit.
People that get uncomfortable in their own skin and look at me and see that I'm comfortable, sometimes that has warranted hostility in programs that I've been in the past.
Do you think that there'll be anybody in particular on your tribe that will think that way?
Not that I've seen.
I asked where he sat in class, and he said the top left. And in the top left, there's just this whole row. There's like a platoon of ROTC kids, just like 30 of them, all in one class. And I'm like, oh, you sit up there, you're ROTC. And he was like, I'm not telling people that, but yeah. But hopefully it's not that big of a deal to him, because I instantly clocked it. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely stuff like that too. People are like being a little cagey about some things. I don't remember Anna. I don't think has her Instagram public. Like, she's the only one who like hid her Instagram. So I don't really remember her all that well. She's kind of mysterious.
Anna, still same thing with Olive. Like, she has not really made an effort to talk to anyone that I've heard of. From the start, she was very, very quiet, very, very shy, just sitting there in the corner, like, not talking to anyone. We were, like, asking her questions. She was responding, like, 1 to 2 words, and we're like, okay, cool.
There's a plan to meet up Sunday night, but I was out of town. And so I, like, just texted, like, a few minutes ago. I was like, can you guys meet up before the challenge again? Because if we lose, I don't want to be, like, super far behind.
So we were talking about either Lilith or maybe Anna, just one of the physically smaller people who are not the most talkative, who wouldn't really bring much to the tribe.
Like, I feel like I'm in a good position with the guys and like some of the girls. so it's not bad for me.
I think I'm sort of falling behind a little bit socially because I had to miss this entire weekend to go home for my family stuff. But I think I still have, like, you know, not a terrible status within the tribe yet. Apparently they named the immunity idol after me, which I thought was super funny.
I mean, I hope he's able to like make up for it in the next challenge. But yeah, other than that, I'm not mad at him, not necessarily, no.
But I do think that Marcus on our tribe is going to be looking for idols because he's already like on the outs because he hasn't been in the challenge. I'm not really on. No one's like talking shit about Marcus. We love you, Marcus, but because he doesn't have like the established relationship and the bond we have from winning. And if you go on his Instagram, he's got like he went to the Survivor event here at UNC and he's big into Survivor. So I know he's going to be looking for idols when he gets back.
Stuff, and you've been looking. How's that going for you?
My terrible search. I can't read a map. I spent probably like 15 minutes looking in the wrong spot that wasn't on the map. But I took my roommate and my roommate Ansley and one of my really good friends Sean with me, and my roommate actually asked me last night, she was like, Kelly, can we go idol hunting again this week?
That's my roommate. That's my roommate.
I'm not gonna be Russell Hantz. I don't have the patience to like look. I mean, I'll like keep looking, but I just have no idea what to go off of. Like, I'm looking at big trees and big landmarks. I'm like, this is an important landmark, and I know this is like it's gotta be like somewhere near here. Like, it's gotta be something, but I just have no idea. Like everyone, which is really weird because I normally have someone that I just cannot fucking stand. I'm like, in every single group there's someone I'm like, shut the fuck up. But there's not. I like everyone, which is really weird and really exciting actually.
Kelly, because she's a South Campus person, she's like really like talkative. It's just something I noticed.
Kelly is the only one that I initially did not like at all. She is nice as a person. I could see me being friends with her as a person, but I do not trust her whatsoever, and I have a story about her for later on.
Okay, so currently my number one, I don't want to say that because it's like too early to actually say that. My number one right now is Lucas, because we have a little problem because him and I have so many fucking connections because we race the same, we do the same kind of car racing. I know a bunch of people in his frat. He's best friends with the guy I was in 4th grade with. Like, we have so many connections, and so it's like almost too obvious that we'd be allies.
I think Kelly and I we're gonna meet later today before our whole tribe meets up, and we have the autocross in common.
Like, we've been talking, we're both aware that it's very, very obvious that we get along and stuff. So my plan is if someone asks, like, what are you and Lucas like? And I'm like, no, like, I thought about that, but that's too obvious. Like, I've seen enough of Survivor where it's too like, that's no, like, he's a good number, sure, whatever, but like, just be like, yeah, I'm bored with him, but he is my number one right now. Subject to change. I also like Ava a lot. Ava and I are tight.
Ava. First impression, we immediately we were like a duo from the start.
I feel like since I started off in Cami, I'm having the most connection with her so far.
So Ava, we text each other, plan to meet from, like, I was getting off work and we're like, okay, we'll go idol hunting after I get off work.
Hey guys, so right now, me and Ava have decided to try to go idol hunting.
So we walked around for a while and we got to know each other. We also talked like strategy, talked about people we like and didn't like, and I was like trying to push for Kelly really hard because Kelly scares me. But she was kind of like iffy about Kelly, but then I started like weaving her into Kelly a little bit.
I want to hear your first impressions first, because you seem just like a nice person genuinely, and like not like people.
There's not anybody that like I don't like.
Yeah,
so far, but
it's just people who aren't helpful in sort of ways for me.
Yeah, like I feel like that first part of our challenge wasn't super great. I mean, I don't know if it was like communication.
They weren't really talking.
Yeah.
Necessarily. My personal opinion is I don't love Kelly. She seemed very pushy in trying to like make her name known.
Yeah. She's the one like initiating most of the conversation.
Yeah.
Like trying to. Yeah.
And she interrupted a lot.
Yeah, she did. Okay, I feel that.
Yeah. So my first thoughts right now.
Yeah.
are that I'm a little scared of Kelly and frat bro, what's his name?
Lucas. Oh,
Lucas.
Because they do have that connection. From
They have a lot of connections.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I feel like they could get like
A crazy alliance going.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about like forming like a main three and then having like a six beside that. So the main three was going to be me, her, and Lucas. But the next day, I texted her, I was like, okay, I'm going to meet up Lucas if you want to meet with Kelly. Because Lucas and Kelly had like a bond, a really weird bond that we wanted to separate them. They both drive race cars. They both have a lot of mutual friends. So we were like, And they were like walking away from the challenge together. So we wanted to break them apart so they didn't form a bond. So I was going to go talk to Lucas. And I went, I was like, hey, do you want to go idol hunting? Do you want to just talk? Whatever. And he was like, yeah, sure. So we went out.
Yesterday we spent like an hour or two just like going around campus, looking for idols, talking about everybody in the tribe and what we thought about them. I had a conversation with Ava earlier as well, and that was pretty good. However, after the fact, when I was talking with Cami, she had mentioned that she had a close relationship with Ava and that Ava had never mentioned me, and she said that she hadn't talked to me. And Ava had told me that she never talked with Cami, that I was the first person she was talking to.
He like mentioned something like, yeah, I just got done with lunch with Ava. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Ava did not mention that to me. And later that night I texted her, I was like, hey, you still gonna meet up with Kelly tomorrow? And she was like, yeah. I was like, have you met up with anyone else yet? She's like, no, not yet. I'm still just meeting up with Kelly. So I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't gonna let her know that I know. I'm gonna keep that little secret to myself. And I texted Lucas, I just told him that little bit. And he's like, oh, interesting. So I don't fully trust her anymore at all. But I'm playing it like I do. But I don't know. I don't trust her at all. And I think I'm gonna try to sway people not to trust her like a little bit later on. But Lucas, he like spilled everything to me that, yeah, he was like, yeah, like from the start, he was like, yeah, I don't like Kelly either.
I was talking with Cami, it seemed like Kelly was playing really hard, that she was talking with everybody and like really trying to get to know them, that she was commenting on old Instagram posts and like being pretty investigative, but maybe not in the smartest way. So I'm not sure.
After we had the first tribe dinner that wasn't like the full tribe or anything, me, Ava, and Lucas were like, okay, we're gonna go to Morrison's lobby and just sit and chat. Kelly lives in Morrison, so we let her go first, and we waited like 5-10 minutes, and we're like just sitting there waiting. We walk in, and Kelly is just sitting there, right in front of the door, staring at us. And we're like, okay, and I notice her, and no one else noticed her at the time, but I kept doing that. And they finally saw her. We just like walked up to her really awkwardly. I'm like, hey, how are you? And she was like, I'm good. Should I be worried that you're all here together? It's like, no, absolutely not. We were just gonna sit and chat for a bit. We thought you were just like, you kind of like rushed out of there. We just thought you were gone. And she was like, oh, okay, do you want to go up to my room and chat? So that's where all four of us got together and chatted. We got to know each other, and then we started like talking about like a main six.
Yeah. That's weird. We'll add Graham in as a fifth, I think, if push comes to shove, and then yeah, we'll just figure it out from there, I guess.
Do we like move? Okay, no, it's fine. We're all going to the same place.
Yeah. But like, I do. Okay, so like, let's start from the beginning.
I thought the challenge was fun, and I think our braiders did a good job unbraiding all of our rope people, and I felt good about myself during it. No one could say it was me that lost us the challenge.
Our braiding team low-key ate it up. We were like 20 seconds ahead. We're like, it's beer pong. How good can someone be at it?
The pong was the hardest thing to decide who was gonna do. All the guys were like kind of nervous, not super confident about their pong skills. And I've played a few times before, but I'm not that good. And so I told everyone that. And then James was actually supposed to do pong, and me and Mia were supposed to do the puzzle.
I was mad I didn't even get to participate because I was supposed to do the puzzle. And my team is full of people who can't play beer pong, apparently. So take that as you will. I love nerds, but definitely nerds.
Oh, well, I think as soon as I lost, didn't I do this? I put my hands over my face, and yeah, that was a rough moment. I mean, you don't want to be the dude that caused the first tribal to happen for your tribe, but it's rough. No, it's rough. I think the rain is fitting. I'm cool with it. Being the one guy that kind of held us all back, and then as soon as you called it and it was done, I literally threw it right before you called it, and like it popped right in as you called. The past couple of days we've just been kind of working through it, you know, talking to people, seeing what I can gauge.
Nick did say he wasn't the best, but he was starting pretty early and wasn't able to hit it, and they just started hitting theirs right away, and we didn't even get to the puzzle. But I was like happy that Evie did step up and do the cup pong.
I really want to believe I'm on the Trainwreck tribe, and if losing is any indication of that, I'm stoked. By losing this last challenge and the first challenge, you really get to see a glimpse of who people are at their most vulnerable, you know. It's interesting to see how people react to a loss. So it was very insightful for me to kind of take it all in. And kind of develop an authentic set of first impressions.
After we lost, things were okay. Nick was not handling it well. Like immediately after, he was like, "Oh man, guys, I'm sorry." Like he was just yapping off, okay? And everybody was trying to console him, like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay." So that was sort of the state directly after we lost, okay? And then we go to Chase. All of us eat at Chase late night that night, just to like meet and talk to each other.
Has anyone applied to be out there? Sorry, I don't want to know before.
What do you mean?
Like on
The real one.
Oh, no.
No.
I want to do that.
I want to apply for the Amazing Race.
Someone asked, has anyone ever been on TV before? Has anyone ever been on a game show before? And I had been on a game show before. And I was super excited to share that, right?
Should have just flopped. That's what I should have done. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys were Jeopardy?
You dead ass were on
You won Jeopardy.
Are you
You won Jeopardy.
There's no way.
Like, wait, what season?
Oh my god.
Now we want to listen.
Jeopardy's my favorite. Like, I'm actually obsessed with Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Did you see me? No, I watched the episode that my friend Rotimi was on. Do you know Rotimi?
I do. Yes.
He did not win. Did you do the college one? Or are you going to do the college?
I'm not smart enough anymore.
When did you do it?
Back in 2000 and never. Yeah, it's a big joke.
Oh.
Sorry,
That's so mean. I love Jeopardy.
Okay, so I guess back on topic.
I played Jeopardy before in 2000 and never. What are you talking about? What are you on about?
2000 never. Okay.
I was like, okay, give nothing. And then I'm just like, then she's like, basically like, I guess she actually didn't play Jeopardy, and she was just like, it was supposed to be a joke, but then she just like kept going with the joke, and it was just very confusing.
And like I made a little joke, and then one of the members of the tribe was like, so let's get back on topic. So I got upset when Sayer said that, because I'm like, okay, now you just made me feel like, oh, like I'm not funny. Okay, fine. You don't have to think I'm funny, but like, don't make it weird. It was really awkward, intense, and weird at the dinner.
She was reading everyone. She was a little cynical. And when everyone said like why they would be an asset to the tribe, or like what they could help out with in challenges. She didn't say she would be able to help in anything physical or anything like that, or even like a puzzle game or something like that. She said, I'm very good at, I'm very intuitive, and I'm very good at reading people, and I'm very good at lying. And I was like, that's the reason we would not want you, because those are the only, like, those aren't things that would help the tribe, those are things that would help break up the tribe.
And she was like, I can do like random tasks. Like I could have done that rope task easily with one hand by myself. And I was just like, that really did rub me the wrong way, because we were ahead at that point, and you're sitting in front of 3 people who tried their best, did it, got us ahead, basically saying that you could have done it when you were sitting out.
It's crazy to me. That whole fiasco was crazy to me, because I was resigned after the first challenge that I was gonna have to work and claw and try to like, but this just kind of came to me on a silver platter. It's like, here you go. Here's some sort of like safety and sanity for yourself. Like you don't have to worry about, you know, the fact that you blundered a tribal, because I'm gonna blunder my entire social game in like 30 minutes.
So me, Nick, Mansell, Eli, and Sayer we all were walking up the hill and we were kind of like talking about stuff, and then we kind of like peeled away.
We were walking out of Chase, and Nick pulls us aside and goes, "We need to talk some strategy." It was really obvious what was happening, but I mean, I was down to talk some strategy, and I sort of stumbled into this little alliance, if you want to call it that.
So the 5 of us, walked up from Chase, and we just decided, hey, this is the group.
Talked to Nathan separately. I think we're probably going to include him in our alliance, but I'm not going to be presumptuous to include him before.
I'll ride with that as long as everyone else in that 5-some is kind of down with it. But I can kind of sense it's not organic. It just felt very forced.
I honestly didn't understand. You can look at the footage. They were sort of going off about how she needed to be the one, even though we just met the girl 20 minutes ago.
There was a lot of snarky comments.
I know.
Like, saying 2000 and never, and I was on Jeopardy, just lying and making a fib, but that being your only comment, like, that's fine. Like,
and then the other comment saying, like, I could have done the challenge better than y'all did.
with one hand.
With one hand,
Yeah.
saying she could do the work of 3 people.
Not appreciating that other people had to carry your load.
Yeah.
And after you had already sat out, too. That's also part of it. It's like you volunteered to sit out. No one else said, hey, I'll sit out. You said it immediately.
I don't know. She said something.
She just kind of pissed me off. I'm gonna say that.
You can't be friends with everyone.
Oh yeah, she said something. After the Jeopardy, she said the Jeopardy comment. She was like, so now y'all want to listen to me?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Because you had nothing to say.
And I was like, girl, you were not talking. We went around the circle. It was your turn.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It's a shame because everyone was kind of dogpiling on Diamond.
There's definitely been one name thrown around the most that I definitely understand, and I think I do need to add some information about because it happened off record.
And who is that?
Diamond. She lives in my building, and I ended up running into her last night, and I was like, oh, we should talk. And she was just like, okay, but off the record. And I was like, okay. I was thinking it would be some like quick thing, but she's like, I texted Jake, like I don't feel like I get along with the tribe that well. I don't feel like our personalities meshed. I was like, tribe swap, please. That's what she said. And then she showed me the text she had with Jake, and I just kind of played it off like, oh, wow, it's crazy you feel that way. But then I'm like, have you watched the show? Like, you don't go off and say that about your tribe. How are we supposed to trust you now? She just said she didn't get along with any of us and she felt better about the other tribe. She was like, yeah, the other tribe, like, I felt like I vibe better with them. They were like laughing at my jokes, and like at dinner, I just didn't feel like I was really like clicking that well with y'all. So I talked to Eva this morning and I told her about it, and she was kind of like, she was taken aback by it too. I'm only bringing this up because I think it's important. She told me, and she showed me that she texted Jake and was like, I don't think I fit in with this tribe. Like, high-key want like a tribe swap. And I'm like, why the fuck are you telling me this? Like, that's not what you tell your tribe.
Someone in your tribe, yeah.
And I was like, do you see how that looks, right? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, just in general that's bad, but like merge-wise, if we end up back, around each other, we're gonna feel like you don't trust us, and wouldn't trust you if you did that. And she's like, eh.
Okay, well, I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because she was one of the people I was thinking of that, like, I kind of picked up on that vibe too, like that and I literally have like a list written down, and she was at the bottom just because, like, I have nothing against her or anything. She seems nice and like funny, but I just don't think she was vibing with the rest of us.
Like, she doesn't seem like she is ride or die for this team, and everyone else seemed very into it. Everyone else seems like they want to stay, and for her, I kind of feel like she doesn't really want to. And Nathan told me that she perhaps also is not super loyal to the team. So I think Nathan likes me, which is good because I like him. I can trust him.
So then Nathan apparently told Eva, and Eva told me.
You go and you tell people shit off the record, and you don't think that they're talking to each other?
The more information I'm getting, it seems like people both in this group of 5 and out of the group of 5 are down to vote Diamond. So I guess it's almost like for this first vote, you'd expect it to kind of be up in the air, but it seems too unanimous to feel right.
Earlier in the week, I had reached out to Diamond just because, like, straight off the bat, everyone didn't like Diamond, and I was like, we shouldn't just vote her off on that. And then she like spam texted me on GroupMe, and I thought that was weird. And then it turned out that she thought I lived in Craig North. I live in Craig. She showed up to the lobby of Craig North trying to find me. Ran into Nick, thought Nick was me and had a really weird conversation with Nick.
I talked to Nick first on accident, actually, because I went hunting down James, because James is a terrible responder. I go in the lounge and I'm like, James, and it was actually Nick. So Nick was like, I'm not James. And I was like, okay, well, Nick, let's talk.
Using to say that you played me in any way because I don't get that vibe. I just got like this gut feeling that everybody's playing me.
We have to put this camera up.
I lied a lot to Diamond. And she's like, I want truth out of you, I want truth. I mean, Nathan already came to me and was like, hey, this is what she said. And like, off the record. And then when you tell these people this shit off the record, then you go and you tell somebody else you've never talked to anybody, even on or off the record? I know that's a lie. I mean, I know that's a lie. Thing gets around. And she came to me and she was like, I've been texting you all day. You haven't even really been responding. I know you live here and I found you myself. And I was like, you've been texting me? I haven't gotten a single text from you. She goes, you're not James? What? No, I'm not James. No, I'm not James.
I could tell you.
What about me getting up was so revealing that I think something?
So
but that was good though. That was good
observant.
that you caught me thinking that you were lying.
I am so observant. I see the smallest things. When you just got up just then, I knew either you thought that I was lying to you or you were just lying to me.
No, you're right. I did think you were lying to me because I think everybody is. And I'm being genuinely truthful when I say I feel like I'm out.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's all because of me and that's my fault. I said that in my confessional and he was silent. So I think he agrees. I think it's all because of me.
Now something just hit me.
Mm-hmm.
If it is you, the reason I would not know is because I have advocated for you. Every conversation I've had, I've said, I'm not voting out Nick.
There is.
There's only 3 outcomes to this that I see. People are telling the truth, which is highly unlikely. People are telling the truth that Sayer is out.
Mm-hmm.
Second, you're actually out. And the reason we don't know is because they're not going to tell you, of course. And they're not going to tell me because I've always said I'm not voting you out.
Yeah.
I've always said that.
And then the vice versa, that
Yeah.
is because you've said that you're aligned with me.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell me that I'm not gonna vote against you.
Yeah. And I don't know the reasoning for me being out. Just a personality pick, I guess.
Why would she go out and like say like, hey, I don't like Sayer, I don't like this person. Like don't throw out names of your own and then tell people and then in the same breath while you're off the record go and be like, hey, I'm asking if I can go leave, if I can go chase tribes. I mean, it's lunacy. Like if you want to even make like this little scavengers alliance with these 2 people, 3 people who are at the bottom, you have to be truthful with people that are on the bottom and try to work your way up. And then to make it even better, when we were done with our conversation, you know what she says? Thanks for the conversation, James. She doesn't even call me by my real name when she leaves. I mean, I don't.
When I met with Diamond later that night, Diamond was like, oh, I don't know who to vote. I don't know. I think I'm gonna vote like Sayer. I was like, I'll vote Sayer too.
So I just had a conversation with Nick.
Okay, what's Nick's head at?
Nick he said he's heard Sayer's name floating around.
Who's?
Sayer, pink hair.
Oh.
Did you ask Nick where he saw
No, I didn't think it was that big of a deal at the time. I thought he was just like, I don't know. I did not think she was going home. But then like every person I talked to after that just confirmed that I think she's going home. I thought Sayer didn't like me. And I definitely thought that she was gonna have my name in it. She was given a list of who she thought, like their first impressions about people.
She made a list?
That she made the list, but she was talking about it. Like she was listing out.
Okay.
And he said that people that she thought was quiet, people that she thought was talkative. And he said, but she didn't say anything about you. And I said, how ironic, the person you're talking to, she didn't say anything about. I don't know how true that is. She's like being super strategic about this. She's really like looking into people. What is she thinking? Like, what is she trying to do? She's trying to make alliances. She's talking about how her first impressions were.
I don't know, that's weird. I don't think she believed that because then she talked to Nick or Nathan or both of them and said that she thought I was drunk. I was not drunk. I was just really tired.
Unless James messed up and told Zinzi today, she doesn't know.
She told Nick that she did not meet with anyone, right? Mind you, that's not true. Because Nathan told Mansell that they met and some part of it she was trying to not record.
She's like, that's weird. She's like, I texted Jake, like, I high-key feel like I ought to be on the other tribe. Like, Tribe swap, please. That's what she said. Like, what else am I to do with that information? I don't want to have to blab anytime somebody tells me something. No. But if you tell me that,
and it's
we can't
first
trust
vote.
you.
It's first vote. That's the thing. Dang, I actually do like her as a person. That's the thing. As they seem to like have this vendetta against her. I don't really feel that way, but
yeah, I don't.
That makes a lot of sense.
Strategy
That makes a lot of sense,
I was
Nathan.
just like, I don't think you really get this game.
Yeah.
But she was basically throwing out Sayer's name and saying that she doesn't like her.
Said I was being passive aggressive when I didn't laugh at her joke. I'm like, bitch, you know me for like 2 hours, first of all. Second of all, they said something about like a team swap. Diamond told Nathan they wanted like a team swap because we didn't laugh at her joke. Because it wasn't a funny joke. Get over it, first of all. Second of all, we didn't hear your joke, but when you did, we did hear you say it. You were being shady about it yet again. Like, and I said this earlier, call her a horse because she's grasping at straws.
The only name that she brought up to me was you.
Ooh, what'd she say?
I think she thinks you're a little passive aggressive.
For what? I was literally apologizing the whole time because I thought I was being too much. What the hell? I don't, like, passive... Ho, you were the one who... Ho, you were literally the one that made, like, all those snarky jokes, and then you were being passive-aggressive the whole time. If you want to talk about passive-aggressive, let's talk about you, girl. I hope you see this episode.
And then she actually did accuse me. Well, she said something. She was like, I don't know why, but I have the feeling like you're gonna vote me out. And she told me that at a certain point she was thinking of voting herself out after that dinner. It's just hard because also like, yeah, it's like we are the only black girls, so like I don't want to just like vote her out first and then just be like, damn. But just some of her actions, it's kind of hard to get over.
It was a really, really hard conversation with her because there was at one point where she was like, James, tell me I'm not gonna look like a fool. I felt horrible. You don't understand how bad I felt. It was, after that, I literally had to just like take an hour walk because I was like, I can't believe I just did that. I'm a horrible, that was like the worst thing ever. That was the worst thing it just felt so bad. I felt so bad.
Eva knows, and I was just told that by Nathan.
Okay.
Because I talked to Mansell earlier, and he was like, I don't know. Like, he was like, why? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I've been hearing her.
Because it sounded like she may have been throwing your name around.
She was throwing my name around.
Yeah.
I literally thought that. I told everybody I was observing, okay? I was talking to Nick. He was like, yeah, she was saying like her first impressions and like who she thought was talkative, who she thought wasn't, but she didn't say anything about you. And in my head, I'm like, oh, how ironic, the one person you're talking to she didn't say anything about. And
Okay.
I already thought that she was gonna be the one. Like, I felt like I got the vibe that she felt some things about me.
So it's just hard because it's like not everybody knows the whole picture. I think I may be the only person that knows the whole picture. Because it's like everybody knows one other person that's doing it, but I think I know. Because people are not playing. Like last night, I just started really meeting with people, and everyone I met with is like, yeah, I've only met like one other person. I'm like, y'all. So I think I'm the one that knows, but everybody knows at least one other person voting same. Now, Nathan, James, Mansell, Eva, me, who else? And Ellie, Eli. But yeah, Nathan told me from the 5-minute conversation they did have about the game that he's okay with that.
How is the idol thing going? Have you been looking? Have you been planting your fake ones? What's going on with that?
So, I have been looking around tirelessly. It's Saturday, and while everyone is resting up from their long Friday night, probably dealing with a hangover, I'm not wasting a single moment. I'm still trying to search for that dang idol. Or, finding a reasonable spot to plant a fake one. Yeah. We search and search and search. I'm sure people are really looking in the more populated, congested areas of campus, but I'd like to look around the periphery. In addition, I've been doing a little research, and I watched episode 2. And in episode 2, you get like a small little snippet of the idol itself with its instructions. Obviously, I need to craft a believable note. So what I did was I I've been on my computer trying to generate, kind of forge a fake note. I've been experimenting with different graphic designs and everything, and I want to make it look exactly like how Saoirse found it. But it's gonna take some time. I'm gonna have to consult the makerspace if I can, and if not, I'll just print it in the library. But I've had another friend who's very good with art and graphic design to give me a few tips on how to forge the idol note. Yeah, so plans have been in the works. While I'm searching for the idol, I'm also looking for a potential little area to plant it. If I don't find something today, that's fine. I'm still kind of surveying the land for possible spots to hide a fake, plant something a little dastardly. So this is my little reconnaissance mission. I've got a friend working with me. And sooner or later we'll find something.
I think Nathan is a gunner, and I think he is playing really hard, I can tell. And I worry about that a little bit, because I think he would fall into the Mia, maybe Eva, potentially Zinzi, Sayer camp, more than the me, James, Nick, Eli camp. Not that it's divided like that right now, but that's what I'm worried about, is I'm really trying to prevent it being separated like that. Like, I don't want like a little freshman boys alliance. Like, it makes a lot of sense, and I get along well with these guys, probably because I'm the same age as them. I value Nick a lot right now in my game.
Me and him had a class together, and we were friends in that class, so I already knew him. So I don't know if you saw when we first came and met, like outside of Kenan, like we were like hype. Like, I'm not telling anybody else about that.
I feel like your dynamic with James, like.
Me and James, we grab lunch together. I like him a lot. I trust him a lot. I think he is one of my closer allies.
We had a brief conversation about like, oh yeah, we're gonna vote Diamond, we're gonna be friends.
He seems like he's kind of attached at the hip to James. I feel like him and James are a duo, and they've already met 2 times, 3 times.
We talked about having an alliance of me, Mansell, Nathan, or me, Mansell, Nick as like a core 3, and then like Zinzi and Nathan. But that is not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not like Nick at all.
When me and Nathan were walking back from Davis, we ran into James at a quick walk and talk, and he was like, yeah, I'll go Diamond too. But it didn't seem assured.
Chance meeting.
Yeah, this was his only chance meeting.
Gotcha. James, how are you feeling?
Good, how are you guys?
Good.
Decent.
Where are we vote-wise?
I was thinking Diamond, but I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if Mansell had already talked to him once or twice before then, and he claims he told him Diamond, so how are you gonna say, yeah? Like it's a new thing. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense only in my head, but like, if you're saying, like agreeing with us and saying I'll vote Diamond, but there's a difference between that and saying, yes, I was already going to vote Diamond. Or in a way saying like, yes, Diamond was my name.
Nick is trying way too hard. Last night, Nick reaches out to me and he's like, we have to talk, man. We have to talk. Nathan, and he reaches out to Nathan. He's like, we have to talk. He reaches out to Mansell. He's like, we have to talk. And then he talks about, yeah, who are we voting out next? Not just Diamond, who are we voting out next week? Me and Nathan are instantly like, this is stupid as heck, dude. This is dumb. This is dumb. We do not have to focus on who we're voting out next week.
They got a whiteboard out, and they have all of our names on the top, and then all that we've talked to underneath it, so that we can find commonality of who we've already talked to and establish whoever we've talked to the least as a possible like second target. And I'm like, what even is this? And I can tell James is like kind of not about it. I think this is a very Nick driven thing. Yeah. And Mansell's just kind of there for just there.
He brings up the North 5, which no one had told me and Nathan about, which we were kind of pissed about. I don't know if you know about the North 5. Nick lives in Craig North. He walked all the way to North Campus with all of the people, with the 4 people walking there, to make an alliance with them. They have their own separate, they have the North 5 group chat.
He was like, there's 2, and I don't really know, like me and Mansell are both floating in the middle. I was like, I don't think Mansell's thought that much about this.
No. And this is where Nick comes up with the stupidest shit I've ever heard, where he's like, you know, it's not too late. We have 4 right here. We could bring in Diamond, and then she'd be fully loyal to us. And I'm like, I was like, fuck that. I don't want her loyalty, first of all. Second of all, in order to do that, we would have had to admit that we've all been lying to her up until this point. Third of all, that's a crazy line in the sand you just drew if you do that with the rest of the tribe.
Yeah.
Like,
So then who would he want to, instead of Diamond, who would he have wanted to vote out? He didn't drop a name?
the person we talked to the least as a group was Mia.
Honestly, I would like Mia gone over Diamond, but I can't make that move. Well, even if I could make that move, I don't think it's smart right now. So.
Mia, it's hard to get a read on her. I really like her from what I can tell so far. And at first we were talking and it seemed like things were going really well and we were like super friendly, but she was doing that with everyone too. So I was like, oh, I don't know if she's like being fake to me or not. I don't think she is being fake. I think she's just friendly in person.
After the competition, I was thinking about who I might think should be out, and I was thinking Eva a little bit because she seemed to be into it, but not necessarily like, I don't know where she'd be helpful. But then we all sat down and we got to meet each other, and I don't know, I was suspicious of Diamond. I think Diamond should be the one to go because we're gonna have to have all of us compete in whatever the next challenge is, because somebody on their team's gonna have to sit out. They're gonna miss it, and hasn't offered up any way she can help us in challenges. I don't see a reason to keep her.
So I don't know. I think he's voting for her. That's the vibe I got, but I also don't know how much they could trust him.
Yeah, it could be you.
I mean, like, I'm not an idiot, so I know it could be me, but I'm not scared, no.
Just because he seemed a little like...
Also, I say all this to say I think we're good for this vote, I would hope, but this is all important stuff for moving forward.
Absolutely.
Because I told them.
Welcome to your first tribal council. Unfortunately, you guys lost the competition, so now you got to vote someone out. Nathan, how does it feel to be at tribal council?
It's not the ideal scenario. I didn't really think that's how it was going to be going in because I felt good about how we started out the challenge, but we're here, so we're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah. Eli, you all met up for dinner afterwards, which is, I guess, a tribal bonding thing, even though the tribe is eventually got to get split up with this vote. Why did you all decide to go to dinner?
Well, I think, we all want to be part of this and we all want to make the most of our experience. So I think the least we could all do is like meet up and get to know each other as people. And yeah, I was so happy we got that opportunity despite, the inevitability that we're going to lose one of our own.
Yeah. Sayo, what did you think of the first impressions with everybody? Was it at dinner or at the competition?
I mean, I guess first impressions did start kind of just in the circle when we were all kind of meeting up before the challenge started. And even at dinner, I was still getting first impressions. But everyone does seem like really sweet, and outside of Survivor, I think I would have been friends with everyone, so it's kind of really sad that I have to vote someone out based on first impressions, which doesn't seem fair.
So, Mansell, in terms of the spearheading following scenario that we had, do you think that there's been somebody here who's kind of led the charge against a specific person or anything? Or has it just been like everybody has a vibe and that's kind of just the consensus vibe?
No, I don't. I mean, I think people were very scared to throw out a first name. And then even when it comes to next tribal council, I mean, I haven't heard, even the people I'm closest with, I haven't heard anybody throw out a name as to who would be next, because everyone's scared of being that person who is like taking people out, who is taking control, and who's a threat.
James. Mansell mentioned next tribal council. Does that mean that this tribal council is just kind of an easy one and done and everyone knows what's going to happen? Or should we be thinking that far ahead?
I mean, I don't think this is an easy one. Like, again, we're going off first impressions. It's kind of hard for all of us to like just make a decision on this. and I also don't think we should be focusing on the next one because we could just keep winning, or we could start winning and keep winning from there. So maybe we don't have to focus on the next one yet, and I think we don't really need to strategize for that so far in advance.
Zinzi, in terms of the vote, did you think that this was a relatively easy week, or did you think that there were kind of a ton of names being thrown around that you had options to consider?
I mean, for me, it was difficult because, as Mansell said, like, everyone was kind of scared to throw out that first name. And as far as the challenge went, I did feel like, yes, we were ahead at the beginning, but a lot of it was up to chance. So I was kind of weighing a lot of different options with that.
Sayed, in terms of making people feel comfortable, do you think that you had any job in making anybody here feel comfortable?
I mean, I definitely tried. I'm a very socially awkward person, so a lot of things I mean to say, people don't perceive it as that way, or it doesn't come off the right way. And, you know, that's something I have to work on. But my goal is to always make people feel like comfortable and wanting to be themselves around me. If I've ever made anyone feel like genuinely like uncomfortable or put off by something I've said, it's truly never my goal. So I hope they're comfortable around me.
Diamond, did you feel comfortable this week, or did you feel uncomfortable this week?
I think there was a wave of emotions. Honestly, right after leaving the dinner, I was a little nervous about how things are going to go. I think midway through the week, I started to become more comfortable that everybody, like I wasn't on everybody's mind. And now I just honestly don't know. I think some people may be lying. I think other people are truthful. But I think by the end of tonight, it'll all come out.
Interesting. Eli, do you think that people have been lying a lot in just the first few days, or has it just been mostly honesty surrounding this vote?
I think people coming in, like, we've been through this whole process and now we're here, and everyone wants to, kind of, come in hot if they want to. And so I'm sure there are people who definitely want to, hit the ground running with the abilities that they feel confident in.
Interesting. Diamond, how nervous do you think everybody really is?
I think there are some people that are pretty confident because they haven't heard their name said anywhere. I think there are some friendships building, so I think people genuinely trust some of the people they were talking to. So I think they're pretty calm.
Zinzi, do you think that you're ready to vote?
I am.
All right, let's get to the vote. Zinzi, you're first.
This isn't just going home. There's been some crazy conspiracy going on.
Sorry, it's nothing personal. You just didn't vibe that well. I do hope you have like a great rest of your year though.
I didn't start it, but I heard you put my name out there, so I'm okay with it.
Okay. Everybody has an idol or advantage that they'd like to play. Now is your chance to do so. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Diamond. Sayo. It's 1 vote Diamond, 1 vote Sayo. Diamond. Diamond. It's 3 votes Diamond, 1 vote Sayo. Nick. Diamond. That's 4 votes Diamond, 1 vote Nick, 1 vote Sayo. Diamond. First person voted out of Survivor Carolina Season 2. Diamond. Go grab that torch. Let's not do that. Diamond. The tribe is hit. Seems to be an almost unanimous decision. We'll leave it up to you guys to win the next competition, maybe, or we'll see you back here for an interesting tribal council of 9.
I had a feeling after we left the first dinner that it might be me. Clearly everybody's a liar. I know that now. Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Next time on Survivor Carolina.
The votes didn't surprise me. Oh,
They didn't?
the votes didn't?
I was surprised.
not
a little bit.
I was surprised that Nick got it.
Yeah.
One of the votes being me is never good, never something you ever want to see.
I think I've spotted an amazing place to plant my idol, my fake idol.
Challenge, preparo.
Battle of the Blondes. We got Graham from Kalo and James from Yava.